So, anyway, welcome. You've been here for a little while now.
Yeah, I've been here just under a week, I think. I don't know. It's been so crazy since the start of September with my job. We've been travelling all over the place, so I kind of don't really know where I am. I think I've been here about a week.
Did you do any sightseeing?
Yeah, over the weekend when the weather was nice, I did some ferry trips. So I went to Waiheke and what is it? Rangitoto?
Rangitoto? Yeah, it's definitely possible.
I went there and now I've got this weird line of sunburn on my neck.
Oh.
Because for some reason it just went there.
Our sun is pretty brutal, to be honest, so you've got to be careful when you do that.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So you have done a little bit of getting around, but now you're into the thick of rehearsals. So is it back to England after this, or are you jetting off elsewhere?
No, I'm going home.
And is family over in London as well?
No, they're all dotted around. I actually have one sister in Australia.
Okay.
Yeah, and then most of my family now are in York, in the north of England.
Okay.
York. Yeah, and I have another sister who's down south as well. So mainly in the UK.
Right. Yeah. And what do you miss about home when you're travelling most?
It depends really how long I'm away for. I mean, I'm really lucky because I do love travel, so I get to do it with my job. I don't know, I suppose just literally home itself, that feeling of familiarity that you sometimes miss a bit when you're away.
Yeah.
And your friends and the places that you like and just stuff like that.
Right. Do you? I read somewhere that you have an interesting hobby. You knit. Is this a creation?
No.
No.
No, I can never do this. I'm awful.
So you're a beginner knitter?
Yeah. I've been a beginner knitter for about 10 years now. I kind of I just pick it up occasionally, and then it's like the same when I read a book. I'll either read a book all the way through, or I'll read like a page a month.
Right, there's no heavy middle ground.
No, it doesn't really improve. It just kind of stays on the same level. Actually, I saw an amazing wool shop just over there in your main shopping centre. I might go there and get some stuff.
Some renewed interest.
Probably for my mum there. She's much better than me. I'll get her some wool from there.
Oh, so you learnt from your mum?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was my mum who started me off.
It's quite therapeutic, isn't it? Like, you can't really do anything else when you're knitting. Well, I can't personally. Than knit. It's not like you can kind of keep your mind elsewhere or something like that, because then you drop stitches and all sorts of fun things.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's nice if you just want to do half of something, like if you have some kind of trash on the television.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to really fully involve yourself in anything. You just kind of it's a nice way to zone out really.
Right. And do you have any other hobbies that you do when you're not playing with the other stuff?
No, I think I'm really boring. Whenever people ask me if I have hobbies, I'm just a bit like, well, not really. Just kind of, like when I'm at home, I like to cook because I'm not very good at it either. But it's something that I don't get to do when I'm away. Just nice kind of homely things. I love living in London still after all these years. Like my area where I live, Hackney, is kind of gentrified in good and bad ways, but it means that there's always new places opening and stuff, and it's always changing. And
with the LSO, you probably would have had some pretty amazing gigs. Are there any standouts for you in your time?
Quite a lot of standouts, really. I mean, again, we've travelled to some amazing places, so some amazing travel. I love going to Australia as well last year. It's my first time down this way.
Yeah.
Japan. Since September, we've been to Japan, New York, Vienna, Paris. Looks like we travel a lot and we get to see some really amazing places. In terms of concerts and stuff, yeah, but I can't think really. Nothing springs to mind as wow, that was the best thing ever. I'm lucky that there's been loads of stuff that I've really enjoyed.
Yeah. And you are obviously, I guess, at the top of your game, you'd say. Is there any kind of, real big aspirations that you haven't achieved yet that you'd love to do, or repertoire that you'd like to perform, or anything like that?
I suppose really I'm happy with what I'm doing. If I can just carry on, have a nice mix of stuff, some nice orchestral stuff, some nice solo stuff, chamber music, a bit of everything, have time for some life as well.
Yeah.
Just carry on really,
Yeah.
and just enjoy it whilst I'm doing it. Repertoire. There's still quite a few big orchestral pieces that have managed to pass me by a bit. In terms of solo stuff, I love the Baroque repertoire, and
Right.
it's something that I used to do a lot more of. So I'm looking to expand that again, especially kind of stuff with harpsichord, flute and harpsichord.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to doing more of that in the future.
Good. And you mentioned earlier that you could blob out with knitting in front of terrible television. Do you have any guilty pleasures when it comes to television?
Oh yeah. I'm not like obsessed with television, and often whatever. But I suppose my favourites at the moment have been Mob Wives.
Oh yeah. One of the many Wives franchises, right?
The Mob Wives, they're really like rough and horrible, and it's just hilarious. I love that. What else? Oh, speaking of which, I met the sister of the Real Housewives of Melbourne's Gina in a cafe the other day in New Zealand. So
really?
We might go for dinner tonight.
Did you just rock up to her and go?
We were both on a communal table. We were both by ourselves, and we just got chatting. And it turns out that she's Gina's sister.
See, it comes in handy to watch.
Watch
garbage
trash.
TV.
What else? Lots of trash really. Millionaire Matchmaker.
Oh yeah, so the reality thing.
It's just nice to zone out.
A couple of reality shows. Do you ever think about who would be like your partner on like a reality show like The Amazing Race or anything like that? Who would you want to be your teammate on, or who wants to be a millionaire or something like that?
Who would be my teammate? Oh God.
Do you not plan this kind of thing? Oh, I totally plan it.
Really?
Like for my future kind of, that's how I'd win that show, no?
Well, the thing is, no one wins these programs that I watch. That's the thing.
Oh, right, okay. They just basically expose their lives and
He would
feel
be
embarrassed
my
about it.
going to the pub or going to cafes partner.
Right.
In which case, I don't know. There are most of them, apart from Gina, who's my new friend's sister. Most people on these programs are so horrendous. I don't think I want anything to do with them. I'd rather just sort of have them
Just watch
contained,
them.
laugh at them.
Watch them and knit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're here.
Oh, cool.
Easy as that.